1471. Yes, make sure your children are at the front. They offer us valued protection against any attacking army. We are now in the time of 1471, a time of great bloodshed, the war between the roses. This tower has changed hands between the White Rose of York and the Red Rose of Lancaster, and currently it's the White Rose of York, and that means our king is Edward IV. But he has gone out to fight the Lancastrians on the battlefield, leaving London largely unprotected.
Oh no!
Well, you don't worry, because we are here to protect it. We are the garrison. Will we protect it? Yes, of course we will, although I'm a little bit worried, because just on the other side of the river, there is a huge fleet of pirates, and on the far side, Kentish warriors ready to attack. Can we repulse them? Yes. Can we repulse them? Yes. In that case, we'll sally forth and drive them back. Come on, Colin. So what I need you now to do is stand with your feet slightly apart, look forward and give me your best war faces and war scream!
Peace! Kneel your ease! Do not be afraid, those of you who are garrisoned here at the Tower of London, for I, Thomas Neville, the bastard of Fauconberg, have no quarrel with you, nor indeed do I have any quarrel with the people of the City of London. I have simply come here this day to parley that I and my mighty forces might pass through these gates, beyond the liberties of the tower, indeed beyond the limits of the city itself, and take my quarrel, for a quarrel I do have, unto the man you call King, Edward IV of that name, the traitor, the man who has utterly destroyed his friendship with my family, the Nevilles, by marrying that treacherous harpy, Elizabeth Woodville, and in so doing has scotched all our hopes that he might marry a French princess.
Hold on, Elizabeth Woodville is our queen, is she not? Yes, and we will protect her. She's here with her son. So, and also, I don't think that's what you Neville said when you first put Edward IV on the throne. You just keep changing your mind.
Well, look. It is a waste of common soldiery, Sirrah, to defend Elizabeth Woodville. For you know as well as I that she is no rightful queen, no more than her husband Edward is a rightful king. The only God-anointed king in this realm is Henry VI of that name, a man who is imprisoned here at the Tower of London, in the Wakefield Tower, no less. Only Henry has the right to wear that golden diadem, the crown of England.
As I say, you keep changing your mind, and also, why on earth would you want to go back to Henry VI? I'm afraid he's no longer in any fit mental state to rule.
Well, that's a witless, God-anointed king, whose mind might be moulded by those of good intent, and some ungrateful, lustful youth, whose recklessness and mindlessness has already cost us all a lasting European alliance.
Well, we don't need him to ruin a lasting European alliance. We are quite capable of doing it ourselves. Thank you very much.
Well,
anyway, I don't care about that. I just want you to get out and go, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, if you do not let me pass, I will give the order to all my forces that all shall die who stand in my way, and this monument to former glories will be reduced to ashes. Do not test me on this, Sirrah, for I will do it with my guns, powder, and ball, with my men, my Kentish warriors, and my pirates that I will ferry across the river. They will overwhelm the gates on London Bridge. They will take the Bishop's Gate. They will take the Old Gate. They will leave naught but devastation in their wake if you do not let us pass.
Oh, well, do you think that this tower can withstand the cannon of Fauconberg? If you think the tower will stand, cry stand!
Stand! And if you think the tower will fall, cry fall! This is outrageous! I will return, and next time, I'll bring my friend.
We have no time for outrage! We're being attacked again! We need to go in this direction! The mobs of Essex and Kent are attacking! Not even the church is safe! 1381, on the throne of England, a young boy, Richard II, ruling over a country that has been ravaged by the Black Death. That means there are now far fewer workers, and the workers themselves are starting to think that maybe they're a bit more valuable than the way they've been treated. So they have risen up against their masters, but it's our job to stop any who we see. In fact, there's one of them. Quick, forward! 1381, on the throne of England, a young boy, Richard II, ruling over a country that has been ravaged by the Black Death. That means there are now far fewer workers, and the workers themselves are starting to think that maybe they're a bit more valuable than the way they've been treated. So they have risen up against their masters, but it's our job to stop any who we see. In fact, there's one of them. Quick, forward! At this attack, I am very nervous. Keep coming round to the back, keep coming round, keep coming round, but not too far. Don't go beyond me, don't go beyond me, don't go beyond me, don't go beyond me, don't. Are we all here? Good, because we are now about to face the most terrible attack, and we've had to come back here because we've come back to the year 1267 when the wall outside didn't exist. So we've had to come in here, and I'm really sorry, especially for you who sustained the attack from the falling leaf earlier. We are going to have to face our toughest test yet.
Women there, you pathetic garrison! Now, the time of your doom is at hand. For me, the Red Earl. Prepare the trebuchets!
No, it's the Red Earl! He's dangerous, everyone! Get against this wall! Get against this wall in front of me! In front of me! In front of me! Get against this wall! 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 Just get against this wall, please! Get against this wall! Get against this wall! Get against this wall! Get against this wall and stay where you are!
3, 2, 1, loose! 3, 2, 1, loose! Now you will come out and surrender to me!
We will come out and not surrender. Everyone come out showing we're brave, showing we're brave. Yes, you, Gilbert de Clare, you are puffed up with a sin of pride attacking our king, Henry III.
How dare you call that man that name? He is no king. He's weak, like his father, King John, was weak. He'd rather be on his knees praying in church rather than leading armies in the field. And has he supported barons like me, Gilbert de Clare? Barons who kept him on his throne? No! He gives all the land and titles to friends of his wife. He does not live by the code of Magna Carta, and he has betrayed England. So, I have had enough.
Well, just before you've had enough, let me jump in, because I can tell you're a little bit angry. What I want to say is this: don't attack the tower, because if you do, you'll not only be attacking the king, you'll be attacking the church. We have the papal legate. That is the Pope's representative here in the tower. And if you attack him, then you will be excommunicated.
Ha! I've been excommunicated before. It doesn't hurt. That's just the sort of weakness I'd expect from Henry. I will smash open these walls, and I will put to the sword everyone I find inside.
Right. Well, in that case, do you think that the siege engines of Gilbert de Clare have what it takes to overrun the tower? If you think the tower will stand, cry stand!
Stand!
Or if you think the tower will... I don't care what you think. I'm a noble and you're peasants. I'll attack anyway. Charge!
Retreat in an orderly fashion. Come into the front.
We have more in common. First, you might realise we fly the same flag. Come a bit closer. Come round. So I do not have to bellow. You don't need to stay away from me in fear. I will introduce myself. I am Joanna Farrar, and I stand alongside people like other leaders like Wat Tyler and John Ball, representing the hard-working common men and women of this country. And I'd like to ask you a question. So do be honest. Do you think your taxes are fair? No, we are groaning under the burden of unfair taxation that's been placed upon us by an incompetent ruling class. I speak in particular of the poll tax. The third version is the worst one yet, for it demands that every man and woman over 15 must pay, as there's a flat rate of 12 pence, an entire shilling. Now that's nothing to a great duke or an earl, is it? But to the likes of us, it's a great deal. In fact, it takes us 9 days to earn that sort of money. We can't afford it. And if we can't pay, they threaten us and intimidate us. And why, you might be wondering, are we being asked to pay so much tax? We wonder the same thing. Apparently it's all to pay for a war in France that's been going on for 50 years. It's going increasingly badly. And well, it might well go on for another 50. We don't care. We've had enough. So that's why we have come. We're marching our thousands from Kent and Essex, and even now outside the walls of this tower, we have come for justice. So if you're in the same mind, what do you reckon? We get together and make some justice?
Yeah.
No, we are the garrison, and I'm here to remind you, and some of you by the sound of it, that to go against your king is treason.
Well, that would be quite right, but we are not going against our king. We have no quarrel with him. It's the second when he's still more than a boy. He's 14. In fact, if he wasn't our king, he wouldn't be old enough to pay this tax now, would he? No, but we do not blame him. We blame those who advise him. These men who are hiding in the White Tower. That's why we're here. Because we blame people like Sir Robert Hales, he's the Lord Treasurer, Simon of Sudbury, the Lord Chancellor, and the Archbishop of Canterbury, he is as well. It's these men we hold accountable for our troubles, and these men's heads we want. Yes, we do. But not just that, we'd also like a general amnesty, a pardon for everything we've done so far. And I think about time in this day and age we had an end to serfdom, which is pretty much slavery to our laws. So what do you think?
No! Think honestly. And also, may I just say, thank goodness, this tower is built to withstand catapults and fleets, armies, siege engines. I don't think you with your billhooks and size are going to provide any problem, which is thank goodness.
Do you not feel betrayed by those in government above you? Do they speak for you or for themselves?
Yeah.
Yes? Do you think it is fair that we, the hard-working men and women of this country, should work our fingers to the bone to pay this tax, this extremely high tax, while the rich pay the same tax rate? That's not justice, is it? Listen, if you're worried about getting involved in anything slightly dangerous or unpleasant, don't worry. Leave it to us. Just let us in. We'll do the rest. What do you say?
Say no! How do you think your salaries get paid? It's taxes, you... No! And
You don't mind fair taxes?
Do you think that the commons of England, the mobs of Essex and Kent, can overrun this castle with nothing but billets and thighs? If you think this castle will stand, shout stand!
Stand!
If you think that the tower will fall and we will have justice, cry fall!
No! We haven't got time for this! We're being attacked again! Come in to the front! Inside the wall! We're being as you can safely!
My forces have successfully overwhelmed the gates on London Bridge, and Londoners are dying defending the old gate. Surrender to me now while you still have a chance.
No! We're going to retreat in this direction! Retreat down the hill, down the hill! Come into the front, quickly get safe! Hold on, sir!
I'm stopping you.
What are you doing?
Butchering you.
What? No! I've just heard the king is going to offer you terms of peace.
Peace? I spit on the king's peace.
I think that's in front of me as well. In that case, we will retreat in this direction.
We will
No, I've had enough. This is no. You're getting out of hand now. No, I've had enough. You, get on the grass. Get on the grass. Get on the grass. Get on the grass. We're going to sort this out. We're going to sort this out once for all. Get on the grass. Let the naughties get on the grass.
There's no decision to make, Sirrah. For I am Thomas Neville. I am the bastard of Fauconberg. My reputation precedes me. I have guns, powder, and ball that will devastate the city of London, and my forces will lay waste to whomsoever remains. I know this day that I will bring the Tower of London to its knees.
There's another noble thinking only of himself and his family as usual. My force of commons will change the way this country is run forever. We will have all men and women equal under one God anointed king. We'll have no more nobles, no more bishops, and no more unfair taxes. No poll tax, no poll tax, no poll tax, no.
Shut up! No one cares about the commons. All you care about is the nobility, like myself, Gilbert declare. Because I am the only real soldier here, with a real army tested in battle, and I will be triumphant.
So you have heard from the three attackers. Now it is your job to decide which of them and their attacks succeeded.
If you think that I, Thomas Neville, the bastard of Fauconberg, will prevail this day, raise your hands in the air and cheer for me! Hooray!
Courage is
streets. Then raise your hands in the air and cheer. Ah! Well, isn't that just typical? You can never rely upon the filthy, stinking masses to make a sound and rational decision, but it does not matter. For I am Thomas Neville. I am the bastard of Fauconberg. And in Henry VI, I support a God-anointed king. And with the Almighty on my side this day, I know I simply cannot fail.
But you simply did fail. Yes, simply, that's what happened. You failed. Yes, Edward IV defeated the Lancastrians first at Barnet, then at Tewkesbury. Then he marched his troops back down here where you, the garrison, had held out against Fauconberg, and so you were repulsed. However, Edward IV is a forgiving kind of king, so if you will give up and surrender your fleet, he will pardon you.
I will give up my fleet.
Excellent. In that case, he will send you up north to Midland Castle.
Oh, that's fine. It's a Warwick stronghold. Quite happy with that.
Where you will meet his brother, Richard of Gloucester, who's rather less forgiving, and who will, for one reason or another, have you executed.
What? No! No! This is outrageous! And what is more outrageous still is the fact that the Yorkists managed to hold on to power inexplicably so, given the fact that Henry VI is still alive in the Wakefield Tower.
Ah, bad news, I'm afraid. Henry VI he is dead.
Dead?
In the Wakefield Tower. He died of melancholy.
Melancholy?
Yes, it's a short stabbing pain in the back. Yes, it's true. It's true. But don't worry, there may be bad puns, but Henry IV will cling on to power because after him, he has made sure that his brother Richard of Gloucester is looking after his heirs, the princes in the tower. So what can possibly go wrong?
Shut up! I've had enough of this rabble-rousing. It's time for a real soldier and his veteran army to attack. I cannot fail!
You fail!
What?
Yes, I'm sorry, but yes, Henry III brought his fleet over from Gascony, and once again, the garrison held out! And you were defeated!
He's a weak king!
But you should never have gone against him!
Aye! Well, I suppose his son, Edward, shows some promise. Perhaps when Edward's finally dead, and Edward's king, we can go and conquer the Welsh together. Drag them back here in chains.
Excellent idea, he's definitely going to do that, but he's not going to do it with you! Because you have rebelled against him and against the church. So now the church has decided that you will cease your warmongering, your bloodthirstiness, your violence. You are going to do penance by going on crusade.
So more warmongering, bloodthirstiness, and violence.
Yes.
The church hasn't really thought this through, have they?
No.
But you still failed to breach the walls of this tower, though. Such if great fleets and mighty armies failed to breach the walls of the tower, who did get in? Of course, it was us, the Commons! We got in somehow. Yes, we got in somehow, and we took those men from the White Tower, Hales and Sudbury, who we blamed for our troubles, dragging them up to Tower Hill, where we had their heads off. First executions of that kind here at the tower. So, if you, the cause of the common people, give yourselves a cheer, for we are victorious! Hooray!
Yes, you are quite right, those of you who chose the Commons. That is the only time that this tower has been breached. We don't know exactly how they managed to get in, but we do suspect that some of the guards had a little sympathy for them, mentioning no names, Colin. So, they are the people who got in. And that tells us, if we go back all the way to the start when I talked about these great walls and whether they could be breached, that the greatest single strength of any castle is those who garrison it. And you have done very well today. Give yourselves a cheer. But he who was willing to die first should take the glory. So an enormous cheer for our standard bearer, Colin! Giving me back, I will obviously not mention your name when I tell everyone how well we've done. But I am willing on your behalf to allow the rest of you to go off duty. So, if you wish to use your time here at the tower to look at weapons, armour and kings, go up into the White Tower over there. If you wish to see the place where kings died of melancholy, go over to Wakefield Tower. And if you are, as Napoleon says, an army who marches on its stomach, about face and go into the new armories and fill up on some lovely food. Whatever you do, enjoy your time at the tower. Not too much, you're here to learn. Now, get out of my sight, you ugly lot. Goodbye!